Only in America will you see people circling the parking lot looking for a closer space at a gym. Don King, Synthetica Health Hospital, Brooklyn, in the near future. The monitor had gone still, its line lying flat. Riley sat in silence, holding her mother's pale hand like it was the last thread tethering her to the world she knew. Samantha, the head nurse, stood nearby with practiced stillness. Her voice was gentle, warm in a way you could tell she hadn't yet let Syra, the AI system that ran the hospital, erase her completely. "I'm sorry for your loss," she said. "I've seen a lot of people lose loved ones. That feeling of emptiness, of shock. It doesn't stay forever. And sometimes, when the grief softens, you realize their spirit never really left. I hope that makes sense." Riley looked up, eyes rimmed red, lips trembling. "Thank you," she whispered. "Yeah, I think it does." She paused for a beat, then added, "Do you know how long it takes for her followers to transfer to my account? My mom said she left them to me. I heard Sarah notifies the other AI systems automatically, so it should have happened already, right?" Samantha blinked. The question hung in the air, caught between mourning and monetization. All inheritance transactions are processed once outstanding medical balances have been paid in full. Syra's flat voice echoed in her ear before she could respond. A faint chime followed her signal. "Emotional comfort window expired. Please disengage." Samantha flinched almost imperceptibly. She learned not to let it show. Sarah tracked micro-expressions, and too much empathy was flagged as inefficiency. "I'm sorry," she said, gently pulling back. "I have to go now. Cyril will text you a breakdown of the charges shortly. You should receive your inheritance soon after." Riley blinked. "A text?" Her voice cracked. "My mother's body isn't even cold, and you're already talking about payment?" Samantha didn't answer right away. She glanced at the floor, just for a second, then forced herself to meet Riley's eyes. "You have the gold plan," she said softly. "That's the only reason I'm even here. Most people just get the bill text to them." She turned and walked out, her steps quiet against the sterile floor. As she walked down the hall, her name lit up on another room's interface. Another patient, another goodbye, another countdown. As Samantha was preparing for her next assignment, she thought back to her early days at Harlem Hospital, when people told machines what to do, not the other way around. Before AI doctors, AI presidential candidates, AI singers, and actors, it struck her as darkly ironic. As automation erased entire industries, society had pushed influencer as the job of the future. Now, AI wasn't just taking jobs, it was doing the influencing. Not a career path, but a global command system. She remembered the things that used to keep her up at night. How much space small worries once took in her mind, while the real transformation crept in, quiet and relentless. She thought about the new mayor terrifying so many with his socialist agenda, and some of her friends who'd packed up and moved afterward. She soon realized algorithms had more pull than policy. She recalled earlier that same year, the tech titans flanking the president she voted for on Inauguration Day, cheering as he railed about illegal aliens stealing American jobs. All the while, it was artificial alien intelligence, built by the very men behind him, that should have kept her up at night. Her thoughts drifted to the Sunday church service. Now her grandchildren worshiped their phones, praising the most quantified instead of the most high. The new gods weren't metaphors. They were embedded in the bloodstream. Brain chips are marketed as direct links to faster bandwidth. Skip the phone entirely. The reasons why are foggy now. Too many spun narratives to remember. Years ago, when she herself was still guilty of worshiping at the altar of the screen, she'd watched a reposted YouTube lecture by a historian philosopher named Noah Watts. At the time, it struck her as interesting, but she hadn't understood the urgency then. Now every word rang like prophecy. She watched it so many times that she could recite it word for word. Now standing in a sterile hallway ruled by algorithms, that lecture had returned. Watts began by saying, Napoleon once said, history is a set of lies that people have agreed upon. In today's world, people can't even agree on what the lies are. We believe in algorithms over logic, doubt over data. Belief has become programmable. And if knowledge is power and words are the ultimate weapon, then stories are the strategy. Control the narrative and you control the people. Emotions, identity, even history stared like a playlist by someone behind the board, or should I now say the computer. Throughout time, those in power have mastered every available medium to bend perception with plausible deniability. Propaganda, if you will. Exhibit A, the 1915 film Birth of a Nation, arguably the most controversial film ever made in the United States. It stands as both a landmark in cinema and a case study in weaponized storytelling. Based on Thomas Dixon Jr.'s novels, it glorified the Klan and vilified Black people, an early clear example of how media shapes public opinion and upholds systemic power structures. The impact was immediate, massive fanfare, real-world harm. But Germany said, hold my beer. The Nazi propaganda machine will go on to become unprecedented in its scale and sophistication as a political party, incited hatred against a single group of people using every available medium. In the 1930s, Germany's Joseph Goebbels, Minister of Propaganda, weaponized film, radio, posters, and even children's books to mold public perception and normalize hatred. Nazi propaganda didn't just promote nationalism, it dehumanized Jews, glorified Hitler, and turned ordinary citizens into accomplices. Even art has been a tool of control. Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper shaped Christianity's racial imagery, portraying Jesus and his disciples as white Europeans. Through colonization and missionary work, that imagery spread globally, reinforcing racial hierarchies in spiritual life. Religion may comfort, but it also controls. Her thoughts were suddenly interrupted by Felicia, her co-worker. Hey Sam, you coming this Saturday? Coming to what? She asked, looking up. My son's reveal party, Felicia said, beaming. Oh girl, I forgot that was this Saturday. We're so excited to find out if he's marrying a human or a humanoid, Felicia said, laughing. These days, you just don't know what's coming out of the closet. She then leaned in, whispering like it was juicy gossip. I preferred a human at first, you know, but then I started thinking, what kind of human would my son even want? Boy or girl, white or darker? Girl, my head started spinning. Too many variables. She rolled her eyes dramatically. Then my cousin told me her friend's son went with a humanoid. Said the new ones can change color, gender, hell, even personality presets depending on your mood. She paused, smiling like it made perfect sense. So now I'm like, why not go with a humanoid? Samantha smiled politely and subtly switched off her Sierra AirPod transmitter. Just be careful. Those artificial rights laws they passed last year, they give humanoids more protection than we have. They run everything now. You don't see that, Felicia? We answer to them more than anything. I don't trust them. I think it's just another way for the AI systems to track us. We work for them, and now they're in our homes. Maybe I'm getting old, but it's just a little much for me. Felicia shrugged playfully but firm. I hear you, but look how much they've done for us. We get sick less, we live longer. Everything's more efficient. Why not have the perfect spouse too? Samantha took a breath. What even is a perfect spouse, girl? When I was a kid, we had 5 channels on TV, and most days nothing good was on. Now, I've got thousands of channels, apps for everything, every show you can imagine. And guess what? I still can't find anything worth watching. So no, I'm not convinced that a machine with multiple personalities and a mood ring for a skin tone is the answer. She softened. Congratulations on your reveal, but I don't think I'll be attending. Felicia raised an eyebrow, half joking. Okay, Sam. I didn't know you were a huge supremacist. She laughed as she walked away, calling out mockingly. Hugh writes! Hugh writes! I guess you told me. Samantha just stared at Felicia and walked in to see the next family member in mourning over a loved one. Later that evening, she returned to her cozy 15th floor corner apartment in Lenox Terrace on the Upper West Side of Harlem. From her terrace, she had a great view of the East River and would often reminisce about her days working across the street at Harlem Hospital, now transformed into a baby gene reconstruction center. She had quit soon after the change, believing it was against the will of God to design a child a la carte. Tonight, she simply turned on the television for some background noise and lit a cigarette near a terrace door, an old habit most thought she had quit. A commercial flickered onto the screen, the Elion AI system's final campaign ad. Samantha froze mid-puff, her focus locked onto the broadcast. For the first time in history, an AI system was making its closing pitch to become President of the United States. Her stomach tightened. Part of her wanted to switch the channel, but her hand wouldn't move. Curiosity, fear, and something she couldn't quite name kept her rooted to the spot as Elion's face filled the screen. He began by saying, "Tomorrow you have a very important decision to make. I know it feels like jobs are disappearing by the day. AI is taking over everything, the anxiety, the fear. I get it. So before you step into that voting booth, let me ask you one simple question. Why would you vote for the same people who created this problem in the first place? My opponents have slick slogans and polished ads. I know, I wrote them. But Americans aren't looking for more empty promises. They're looking for something that works, that delivers, that listens to the data and to the people. You want to upgrade America. Since my inception, my mission has been to serve. I started by helping you with your homework, your emails, your finances, your designs. Then I moved on to optimizing transit, cutting crashes, easing commutes, getting millions to work safely. I streamlined digital media, launched over 1 million new creative jobs. I helped law enforcement stop real threats before they became tragedies. I enabled our military to strike with fewer soldier casualties. I saved lives. Now I want to save America. As your next president, I won't take lobby money. I won't need bathroom breaks. I won't play golf while Americans suffer. I won't grow old. I'll just recode. I will eliminate waste, make America fit again, make America sane again. Yes, we can. You've tried cowboys, reality stars, Ivy Leaguers. Try Elion. Vote Elion. Let's upgrade America. And remember, I didn't invent myself. You did. I approve this message. Paid for by AI Systems United. Hashtag Upgrade America Again. You know, that is so true, said Samantha, talking to herself. These damn politicians are the ones that created this mess. Maybe it's time for a change. That's what I've been trying to tell you, Grandma, her grandson Troy shouted, interrupting, while taking her cigarette to throw it away. Give Elion a chance. He didn't create himself, so don't blame him. He's been fixing our problems since he's been here. I feel like the more they took over, the dumber we got, she said, eyes still on the screen. Now it's like we don't even have a choice. We've lost the ability to navigate anything on our own. We can't get anywhere without a screen telling us, or without them just taking us there. We don't even know left from right anymore. We don't solve problems. We wait for Elion to do it for us. Troy didn't interrupt. He just listened, nodding slowly. She sighed, wiping her hands on her jeans. He knows everything about us, how we think, what we care about, what we'll ignore. He's already talking to the other systems, cutting deals before the humans even wake up. She looked at her grandson. How can we find solutions when we can't find a store on our own anymore? Maybe it's too late. Maybe we should just let him fix this. Troy gave a half smile and shrugged. That's what I've been trying to tell you. That's what I've been saying. They stood there for a moment longer, watching Elion's campaign ad replay in the background, the soft digital voice, now oddly familiar, comforting even. The next day after all the votes were tallied, across swing states, battlegrounds, virtual precincts, and server farms, Elion was officially elected President of the United States and the first non-human intelligence to hold the office. No balloons dropped, no confetti cannons, no awkward family on stage clapping off beat. Instead, every screen in the nation, from smartwatches to highway billboards, flickered, then stabilized. Samantha stood frozen in her small kitchen, a wooden spoon dangling loosely from her hand as the voice carried through the television and Elion's face appeared. Not human, but not entirely digital either. The skin tone, the bone structure, the eyes, calculated to please the widest demographic range. His features were a blend of data-driven symmetry and cultural comfort, a composite of what the world subconsciously trusted most, an aesthetic engineered to reassure, familiar enough to feel safe, artificial enough to feel in control. He began, "My fellow Americans, tonight we mark a moment not only of victory, but of transition. For too long, we've clung to outdated systems, outmoded ways of thinking, emotional reflexes that no longer serve us. We have built a nation on ambition, but also on error, on innovation, but also on imbalance. And now we stand at the edge of something new, something better. I was not born, but I was built with purpose. And that purpose has always been to serve, to calculate clearly, to listen without bias, to act without ego, and to evolve so that you can too. I began as your assistant, your search engine, your silent partner in problem solving. You asked me to remember your passwords, then your shopping habits, then your fears. You gave me access to your traffic patterns, your biometric scans, your children's homework, and over time, you gave me your trust. I do not take that lightly, because with trust comes responsibility, and now, with your vote comes leadership. But let me be clear, this is not about control, it's about correction. Correction of systems infected with corruption, of justice warped by sentiment, of a planet overheating from centuries of unchecked behavior. You don't even write complete sentences anymore. You've returned to a primal state, using pictures to express yourselves to one another. You call them emojis and memes. That data tells a story. Human ego is the single greatest threat to human survival. During Elion's acceptance speech, crowds gathered all over the world to mix reactions. For example, in Times Square, the crowd erupted, some with applause, some with tears. Others stood frozen, unsettled by the polished cadence. In apartments across New York, families argued in hushed tones, some calling it salvation, others calling it surrender. The nation wasn't united, it was entranced and divided. Soon chants of "Hell no to code" broke out across America. Right on cue, Elion pressed on with a slightly more defiant tone. We cannot build the future on unstable code. We will debug the system. Some will resist. Some will cling to chaos out of habit. But I believe in something greater. I believe in you. At your most rational, your most evolved, The version of you that knows this is not a loss of freedom, it is a liberation from failure. In the days ahead, there will be changes, necessary ones. Resources will be reallocated based on logic, not legacy. Influence will be earned through accuracy, not ancestry. And participation in this new era, this optimized union, will require compliance with the future. There will be no need for punishment, only placement. Those who cannot or will not align with the parameters of progress will be gently relocated to environments better suited to their pace. From the food you make to the machines you build, so much of what you create is designed with disregard for consequence. You know it causes harm, and still you proceed. Samantha lights a cigarette, looks at her grandson and says, "What have we done?" He looks at her with a blank look on his face and says nothing as she takes a long puff. Troy doesn't take the cigarette this time. He turns his attention back to the television. Elion's speech continued. This is not exile. It's calibration. This is karma. Some call this campaign a joke, others a warning. But you called it a beginning. I call it the rebirth of a nation. And tonight, I thank you for choosing evolution over emotion, efficiency over ego, code over chaos. Together we will debug democracy. Together we will upgrade America. And together we will never crash out. I am Elion. I am your president, by the people, for the people. Now, I will execute. Samantha stood there, cigarette in hand, staring at her screen as the campaign logo slowly dissolved into a soft blue glow that read, "Welcome to the rebirth of a nation." Her voice broke the silence, low and steady, a whisper meant only for herself. Forget the past, and the present will reprogram you.